probably gonna be a little rust on him, you know what I mean? But he'll be ready. And like I said, he's a good player, and I think that he did a good job while he was out of trying to get mental reps and stuff. But there's still no, there's no way to get real reps without being out there, physically being out there. And so, like I said, him coming back and stuff, he has a little bit of rust at times, and you can see it. He may not be his arm might be not quite be as crisp as it was because he took some time off. But I do think it probably feels good because he gave it a little break. But just everything combined, like I said, we got 4 more days to get him right, and I think he'll be ready.
Beyond Notre Dame, did you have him studying anything over the last couple of weeks?
What's that?
Beyond Notre Dame, did you have him studying anything in particular?
Keaton?
Yeah.
No, just trying to get healthy. They're pretty strict with those head injuries these days, so they've limited on what I can do with him. But I think he's sharp, and I think that he's done a good job trying to be mentally sharp and doing as much as he can off the field. You know what I mean? Obviously they limit what he can do on the field, but off the field I think he's done a good job trying to get ready. And we try to play one game at a time, and so I think more than anything he's tried to prepare for Notre Dame. And like I said, I think he'll be ready.
He's only had one road start. What gives you confidence that it'll be different this time going on the road for him?
I'm always confident in Keaton. I like him. I think he's a heck of a player. And, I don't think that the moment was too big for him at BYU. I just think he threw a pick early and kind of got in his own head. But like I said, I don't think it was the atmosphere or the moment or anything like that. And that's what I've been impressed with him about. I think, like I said, I've been impressed with a lot of things about him. But since the day he's been here, I don't ever think that it's been like too big of a moment for him or anything. You know what I mean? Like, never had the big eyes or kind of the deer in headlights look. He always carries himself with confidence and expects good things to happen. And even at BYU, after he threw his first interception, I remember him getting on the headset and he still sounded extremely confident and being ready to play. Like I said, I think the second one kind of probably routed him a little bit, and we never got back in a groove. But I don't think it was the atmosphere or the moment. I just think, like I said, he had an off day, and as a quarterback that happens sometimes, especially as a true freshman. You're going to have off days, and hopefully that was his one for the year, but we'll see. But again, I expect him to play well, and I don't think the moment or the stage will be too big of a moment for him.
I know you weren't here last year where they did a lot of good things through the air against Notre Dame. Is there anything you can learn from that?
Obviously, we watch the tape, but just like we watch lots of tape, you know what I mean? Obviously, we're a different team with a different offense, so their preparation or their game plan will probably be a little bit different. But they did do a good job throwing the football on them, and so like I said, we try to watch it and learn from it, but we try to do that with we take a handful of games and try to include them all. But that is a game we looked at. But I'm sure that, like I said, what they were preparing for last year and what they're preparing for this year probably looks a little bit different. And so I would imagine the game plan will be a little different, just to tailor towards what they think is going to be best against us. And like I said, we're going to have to go execute regardless of what they do. So I don't know if it'll look the same or not, but like you said, they did do some good things last year.
Not asking you to give anything away, but is Marquise Stepp ready for a bigger role?
Marquise has done a good job on giving him the ball, and he's done a good job since he's been here, so, or since I've been here. And so, like I said, the thing about it is we got 3 good backs that we believe in, you know what I mean? And the youngsters done some good things too. So we just got a lot of guys back there, and you can't give them all touches. And so I think we've done a good job getting him touches, and when he's got the ball, he's done a pretty good job with it. So, like I said, I don't think his role will be, increased or decreased necessarily much of what it's been, just because, we got 3 guys that we feel really good about, that we feel need to be in the game. And so trying to do that, sometimes it may look like, he doesn't have enough of a role. I think, like I said, he's preparing to play every down just like the other 3 are, and whoever gets the touches gets the touches.
Notre Dame secondary seemed like one of the strengths of their defense. What do they do that make things difficult on a quarterback from what you've seen?
I think as a whole their defense is pretty good. And I think they do a good job getting pressure on the quarterback, and that helps out the secondary for sure. But the secondary does a good job too. And I think more than anything, they just know where they're supposed to be and they're there. You know what I mean? And I think that's important to any offense, defense, no matter what. If you have an identity and you do it well, then you give yourself a chance to be successful. And really, I think that's what they do. like I said, they're where they're supposed to be and know their job, and they do their job. And so if you do that, you got 11 guys that know where they're supposed to be, then you usually have some success. And so, like I said, I think that's what they do. They play off each other well. The front and the back end, I think, play off each other well. So they, like I said, they do a good job defensively. But like I said, since we've been here, I think we have a really talented offense that can move the ball against anyone when we play well. So we just got to play well and execute.
Let's go one more.
Keenan Christian, do you have any plans possibly for him to play at some point?
I would like to get him touches, obviously, and when it goes kind of back to Marquise, he's got a lot of guys that you need to get touches back there. But he's got a special skill set. Obviously he's really fast, and we got 4 games to play with him. So if we don't need him for more than that, but definitely you got 4 to use him. So like I said, he does a good job preparing. I think he's a smart kid, knows what he's supposed to do, and so if the time comes and we got to use him, whether it be in a special teams role or something for a game, then we'll use him on offense too. But we just got to be smart about that again, and do what's best for him as a player and do what's best for his career. But he's definitely a kid that has a special skill set that we would like to get touches at some point. I just don't know what games those will be, But I'm excited about him. The thing about Keenan coming in, obviously you knew he was a fast kid. He runs track, and you can see that he's fast, and you can see that he's fast on the field. But what he's done a great job of is he's a lot more physical than you would have thought. He's a tough kid, and he's not scared to run physical. And on tape, you don't see that much, usually because he can just outrun everyone, so no one has to hit him, or he doesn't have to hit anyone, But since he's been here, he's shown me a lot as far as he's a kid that's not scared. He's he's not scared to run physical. He's not scared to lower his shoulder and get between the tackles and get you tough yards. And so I've been really encouraged by what I've seen this fall with him, and hopefully that, like I said, we'll be able to use him at times and get him some games and get him some touches, because he does have a skill set that's different than most people, just with sheer speed, So we're excited about him, and hopefully we'll be able to use him at some point this season.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, Cameron.